Hi all, welcome to John's Model Making. Well, I thought I'd give you a bit of an update. It's just simply because there's a lack of content for the past week. The last video I had up on was the U-96 U-boat with the weathering. I have been busy doing other things, off screen obviously. I'm still waiting for the Partworks to arrive. I've got, what is it? I've got the Derelict, the Lancaster Bomber, the Batmobile Tumbler. They're all due, but I've not had any tracking information yet. We're now 13th of February, so it is like virtually middle of February. Next week I should have the Titanic, and that'll be it from Hachette. The 66 Batmobile, that's on its way, but it's stuck with either Yodel or the warehouse at D'Agostino. Even though they said they've dispatched it, Yodel haven't received it or acknowledged receipt of it yet, so I probably won't get that till next week. And then after that, I'm still waiting on the Millennium Falcon. That has not been processed yet. They've not charged me for it, so it's certainly not ready for dispatch. But again, that should be sometime this month. Luckily, it's not a leap year, so we've only got 28 days in February, so they've only got 2 weeks left to dispatch that. And then after that, well, we're back to normal again, I suppose, really. Just got to wait for the Partworks to arrive. There's no delay on my part, even though I've had some terrible bad luck recently. First off was a couple of weeks ago we went to Blackpool for the day. We couldn't find a terminal for the car park that actually worked. There was one actually that just took money, won't take contactless, won't take the parking app. I tried to download the parking app a couple of times and nearly got scammed because I'd actually downloaded it off a sponsored site. So I got a bit of a ticking off from the bank for that. I had to get a new credit card. Also thought I was going to get fined because we've been there 15 minutes without paying. I had to run off and go and get some cash from an amusement arcade. But other than that, the day was brilliant. We had a brilliant time with friends all day. So yeah, that was good. But obviously it's a pain in the backside having to have your credit card cancelled and then having to go around and change everything online that you use it for. So from now on, I think I'll just start using PayPal most of the time. Because with Hachette you've got to wait for, even though you know, in each of your accounts you can see your payment details, you can't just scrap it, you can't ring them up and change it, they don't let you do that. They let the payment go through, and then once it fails, then you update it, which is a bit of a nonsense really. I took my old card off, put the new card on, but apparently that's only for the shop, so it was very difficult. So it's been a bit difficult this past week or two with that happening. And then on top of that, you know, I got my leg slapped by the bank, which is you know, understandable. But I didn't get scammed. The reason being is because I froze my card, because I had a little niggle at the back of my head. There was something wrong, and so I froze my card. Nothing went through, but you know, it was a hassle having to redo the card and everything. But other than that, you know, that was fine. Like I said, the day was excellent. You know, we had a great time with friends, and then the day afterwards we were shopping. Which I'm not keen on shopping, but you know, that's between me and you. But other than that, yeah, the fence blew down a couple of weeks ago, so that cost extra money. Then the car went forward a couple of days ago, that cost another couple of £100 for get that right. A coil spring bust. We heard it fall from car. Car's only 7 years old, but it's been sorted now. But again, another couple of £100. So on that front, it's not been brilliant. Also, yes, and also the little dongle on my Wi-Fi on my PC, that went faulty. So I ordered a new one of them. So it's not been a very good month this past 2 or 3 weeks actually. Yeah, but I did manage to upgrade the PC, put some more RAM in it, so it should be a lot quicker, especially for me editing purposes, because that was always slow, always slow. I could make a video, 20-minute video, it'd probably take me 2 hours for getting it edited. You know, I wanted it, put the instructions on and everything. Oh, what a pain. But obviously, hopefully now it'll be a lot quicker. So that's it where the Partworks are concerned. Like I said, just waiting for Royal Mail to send the tracking information, and then as soon as I get them, I can complete the builds and put the video on my channel. So a couple of more days, I would imagine. I should definitely get one by a weekend. I'm surprised it's taking so long. That leads me on to the Apache helicopter with a Agora. Now, I always said I'd do that, but I'd do it later because of the costs involved. But if the Millennium Falcon doesn't appear for whatever reason, you know, I'm not happy with it, because I read a lot of negativity on Facebook about the Millennium Falcon on dispatch and everything where Phantom's concerned. So hopefully that won't come true, but if, you know, there are delays for whatever reason, then I'll cancel it and get the Apache helicopter. If not, I'll be getting the Apache helicopter in the future anyway. And I know at the moment you can get the first, I think it's the first 4 packs, yeah, and then it's 8 packs, 1 pack per month after that. So, you know, it looks good and it's a decent build. The only problem I have at the moment is space. I've not got anywhere really to put it. I'll have to get my creative head on and rejig this room again, which is what I've been doing. I've already done it this year. I brought the U-boat down from up there to over here, simply because I was afraid of it damaging S for sugar, because every time I went up to get it, I had to lean across and, you know, I kept catching the plane. So I've moved that. Eddie Stobart's up there now, and as you can see, I've got a new poster up there as well. So there we go. Yeah, you can see Britain's spearhead of attack and Eddie Stobart's above it. That looks cool. There we go. Yeah, so that looks cool like that. That is for my diorama, the World War II diorama, with the handsome trio of the Lancaster, the Spitfire and the Hurricane. That's ongoing. I'm still waiting for other parts to add to it, and then I've got to do a bit more creativity on the base. Also, I'll be doing a World War I diorama. There we have the Fokker DR1 triplane and the Spad fighter. Obviously both of these are World War I fighter aircraft. That's very famous for Manfred von Richthofen. I'm not sure who's famous for the Spad, but they're going to be in a bit of a dogfight. I have started on a diorama for it. I've got a base plate and a background for it. Well, I've got the background, part of the background, but the base plate I've got to actually complete the diorama. I'm going to be doing some papier-mâché, trying to create a battlefield for it, but that's ongoing. But it might be a couple of weeks before I get that done. But that'll look cool, because then where that clock is there, that clock will get moved up, and I'll put the diorama back there. That will look, I'm hoping it looks cool anyway. I'm also working on, there we go, Tamiya Fokker Wolf FW190. This is 1/48 scale. I've not got all the paints for it, but I am going to be starting doing that later today. Here we have, there we go, it's, like I said, it's 1/48 scale. This has got the decals in it. So this will look cool. It's grey as well, so that can act as a primer. There's not a great lot of many parts to it, but it should be detailed enough. And then after that, I'll have a look at what else I've got, because I've got a few more plastic aircraft, mostly Revell. I think I've got one up there of Messerschmitt BF110. That's 1/32 scale, so that's going to be big. So I've got to put all these aircraft somewhere. You know, I did have a little move around with the Spitfire. Tested my Spitfire the other day. That's working fine. There we go. There's a Spitfire, and as you can see, the top of the display cabinet is my other aircraft. There's the Junkers Ju-52. There's a Heinkel, was it the Heinkel 110? I think it was anyway, can't remember now. We've got a Mach 9 Spitfire and a Hurricane Mach 1, and at the back we have the Lancaster Bomber 1/72 scale. Yeah, they weren't, you couldn't see them easily before, but I had to have a look at the Spitfire to make sure everything was operating as it should be, because it had slipped off those risers slightly, but it's working perfectly alright. So there we go, I've had a bit of a turnaround and I'm trying to find more room. Don't think I've got much room left up there. It might be I get one more model, but that's about it. So that is it. That is what has been happening this past couple of weeks. Yeah, you saw the U-96 U-boat weathering. I did do a little bit more on the hull of the ship. I've not done the other side yet, but I'll start on that whenever, because it doesn't really matter, but I'll get it done whenever. Yeah, the U-96, that'll be yeah, that'll be in the next couple of weeks as well, because the process date is the 14th, so that's tomorrow, along with the Titanic for tomorrow. So I'd expect the Titanic first, but sometimes the U-96 comes first. You know, it's a lottery really. But there we go, that is it for this month up to now. I've just got to wait, like I said, for the Partworks to arrive, and for my look to change a little bit. But anyway, there we go. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.